So those are just the attachments that I have for my skid steer. There's literally hundreds more of them, so I thought just real quickly I'd show you a couple of the manufacturers of them. Both of these are ones that I have used. SkidPro is one, and if you look at all the different attachments that they have, there's just a ton. And these skid steers are literally the Swiss Army knife multi-tool for the industry. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Find an attachment for them for just about any application. And people who have the equipment and the skill frequently manufacture their own pieces of equipment. It's fairly easily done. So just taking a quick look, here's an angle broom for sweeping off a driveway, hydraulically powered, an auger, a backhoe, bale spears for spearing big brown bales of hay, bale squeezers, so this is hydraulically powered again, mowers, brush cutters. These things are very powerful. I actually was looking at those. They're quite expensive. We basically will mow through fairly thick saplings and just mulch them, essentially. Here's the 4-in-1 bucket. You saw that in the video. A concrete bucket, so you put concrete in here and it's metered out or placed much more in a controlled fashion where you want it. A dirt bucket. A dozer blade. I was actually looking at this one. They make them in different ways so that it can adjust at the different angles, makes it a little bit easier for digging ditches. I ultimately decided it was just way too expensive for as much as I was going to be using it. And plus I was a little concerned about the power of my machine, and you could see in the video my treads will spin even using the 4-in-1 bucket. This part as the blade, as a dozer blade. So I've been able to finagle putting in ditches well enough with the combo bucket so far. Forestry mulcher, this is kind of like these things up here in that it will mulch vegetation and trees up to a certain diameter. These things will actually do much larger diameter because they work their way into it, whereas these are like flailing steel blades that will whack through things as they're small enough. These will actually grind into even larger trees and then just basically destroys everything. So I did look at these. Ultimately I decided that I didn't want things growing back, and these will grind things down, but you'll get a lot of stuff growing back. So I decided I wanted to get the attachment that I did, that one called the Intimidator, that pulls things out by the root for the most part, and then it's done. So then you can smooth it out and plant grass and you should be good. Grapples of all different kinds. There's you name it kind of grapple. I had to do quite a bit of research since I was a novice and really didn't know anything about it, in order to determine what angle, of the teeth that I wanted. Did I want slots or not? Mine are slotted, so the dirt will fall through. This grapple, for example, has a smooth bucket on the bottom, so you can pick up junk. Like broken glass, you name it, stuff like that, and then you can take the whole pile and stick it in a dump truck or move it around without everything falling through. Here's some pallet forks with a grapple to help secure things on the load. A rock grapple with these have different widths between the tines, so you can sort, get dirt from the rock. Grapple rakes, industrial grapple rakes. I don't even know what a lot of these things are. This land leveler, that's the one that I have. A log splitter. These are for wheeled compact or skid steers to make them sort of like a tracked one. Pallet forks, you saw those. Brooms, post pounders, rock buckets, hitches, so you can stick a ball hitch on your skid steer and drive backwards pulling around trailers if you're just needing to move things around. I actually wouldn't mind something like that. Silt fence installer, snow blades, snow blowers, soil conditioners. These things are actually highly used. There's a brand called a Harley rake, they call them. It's almost become like Kleenex Anyway, they grind up the very surface. I should explain. Kleenex, and that all tissues are called Kleenexes. Harley rakes for soil conditioners is kind of that way. They grind up the upper layers, smooth it out, and really prep it for seeding and whatnot. Stump bucket. The thing that I have, that Intimidator, is kind of a stump bucket. When you have the jaws together. Here's a stump grinder, a boom. It's like I have the tree boom. This one actually can be short and then has a hydraulic ram in it that extends it out, so it can be used more like a crane. A tiller, a tying grapple, tree puller. This is what I was looking at as well, but then decided to get the Intimidator, and I'm really glad I did. I like that one. Tree shears, saws, spades, trenchers, blades, vibratory rollers, a wood chipper that you can put on the front of the thing. Just all kinds of things. CID is another one. They're actually not very far from where I live, where they manufacture all these things, where CID's headquarters are. So I've actually been to their plant when I was trying to decide what things to purchase. I wanted to get kind of a sense as to their quality control and all of that. Ended up buying a couple things from them and a couple things from SkidPro, and then that Intimidator. And so far everything seems to be working. I have found all of them. You have to watch them. The hydraulic connections tend to rattle loose. Nuts and bolts will rattle loose. These things, they're used in severe situations, so I found I just have to watch them. But look at all the stuff, all of the different things that you can buy for these things. Similar to what SkidPro had, I think CID actually has a little bit of a wider range. I'm not sure of that, but it seemed to me that they did. Just a ton of things, and really your imagination is the limit if you have the skill and a welder. Fun stuff.